This topic is significantly important to me. It is especially important, and it's legacy planning, estate and legacy planning. And it's not about, I don't want to get into the details about spreadsheets and actual specific numbers and strategies like that. Um, I want to talk about the why, and this is really important because this is the type of stuff that we talk about with clients when we really get into estate planning. It's we can figure out, okay, we got the planning software, we can figure out all that stuff, but it's the why. Why do you want to build a legacy plan? What is it about your estate plan that you really want to achieve, right? And with legacy planning, one of the ideas that comes up quite frequently is charitable giving and and community impact. And I like that. That one hits close to home for me, and I love talking about that stuff with clients. Community impact, and it doesn't even just have to be, where does my money flow to when I pass away? Like traditional estate planning, legacy planning, and there are great strategies that we implement for that. Tax efficient strategies to make sure your money flows to where you want it to flow. Um, but again, it's the why, and it doesn't even have to be about when you pass. It can be about while you're still alive. What impact do you want to have? What is it you want out of life when you let's put it this way. When you pass away, what do you want people to know you for? Is it your career? Is that what you want to be known for? Is it your family? Is it what you did in the community, right? And when we get into legacy planning discussions with clients, we talk about the impact we make in the community, right? And this one I say hits close to home because I'm very passionate about giving back to the community and being involved in the community in different ways. And it's not just about charitable donations, it's about actually volunteering time. And I think when I talk to clients, I think about what I want to be known for, after I'm gone and the lasting impressions I make. It's the community impact. It's I want to make this world, as cheesy as it sounds, I want to make this world a better place when I'm gone than when I came into this world. Is that possible? Well, I don't know. But we all can do our part. And, some people, they want to leave money like insurance. They'll have insurance policies and they'll name charities as beneficiaries. Or they have investments and they want to make sure those investments flow to certain, charitable organizations or whatnot. And that's all fine and well. We can work with that. Uh, you know, a lot of clients though, we talk about retirement. What do they want to do in retirement? And I know I've talked about that before. What impact do you want to make in retirement? We want to have a meaningful, retirement, right? And so a lot of people, they get involved in different community events and they'll join charities and whatnot. And for me, my passion lies in the arts, as one example. So I operate mainly out of London, Ontario. I actually reside just north of London in a little town called Lucan, Ontario. And so up until, a year or so ago, I spent most of my time volunteering time within London. But I really wanted to transition over to Lucan and be more involved in a small town. So I'm part of the board for the Lucan Soccer Club. I recently joined the Optimist Club of Lucan, um, and I'm involved with the Home and School Association where my two children go to school as well. These are all great things, giving back to the community. Without volunteers, these organizations, they wouldn't happen, right? Uh, the amount of money, it's been an eye opener too, especially with the Optimist Club. How much money flows from the Optimist Club to other organizations, for fundraising and whatnot. It's a great organization, and to be a part of that, to give back my time and be involved in the community, I feel it makes a big impact. And I say all this. it's about, again, it's about legacy, building a legacy. I mentioned arts. I'm a big believer in the arts community, and it can be underrepresented at times. Um, I grew up, in a family of musicians, and my extended family, several musicians and whatnot. And my children are learning instruments. My daughter is learning piano. She's learning to sing, and my son is a wild, that Muppet animal on the drums and the Muppets. That's him. He's wild, and he loves it, right? And I thought, a lot of our volunteer and a lot of our money goes towards kids and their programs, which is good, and I'm a big fan of that, and I'm a big part of that. But I want to give back to adults in the art community as well, who may not be getting the same amount of funding assistance. So there's actually one particular organization in London that I recently started sponsoring, called the Voices of Broadway Show Choir. And there's not very many show choirs in London. My understanding is there's only a couple of actual true show choirs in Canada. Uh, one being in London. I think there's one out in Vancouver area, whatnot. But it's a very unique setup, and it's full of adults who give their time, and because they're passionate about this. They're passionate about the arts, and they're passionate about singing. And I've gone to one of their shows. I went to one of the rehearsals recently, and it was incredible. The passion, seeing the smiles on their face, how they truly love what they're doing. And I thought, you know what, this is something I want to get behind. I really want to support, and that's going to be part of my legacy. And when I'm talking with clients, I'm talking about what do they want to do with their money when long after they're gone? How do they want to structure it? And where do they want that money to go to give back to the community, to make the next generation, to help the next generation, support them in their endeavors. And that's the good stuff, right? Again, we talk about retirement planning, we talk about saving strategies, we talk about taxes endlessly. It can be dry, it can be boring at times. Sometimes it's exciting stuff. But legacy planning, when we get into the why, that's what I really enjoy. That's what I love.